Welcome to Good News Week, and the big news: greedy banks, skinny models, leaky boat people, peaceful bikies, and sneezing pigs. Swine flu, the latest terror sweeping the world. Looks like the Jews and the Muslims were right. If this doesn't bring Israel and Palestine closer together, nothing will. This little piggy went to market, this little piggy stayed home, this little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy went, ah! All the way to the morgue. The virus is a mutant strain of pig, bird, and human flu, or, as we used to say on the farm, a barnyard threesome. Hold on tight, Grandma, it's a long ride. As a result of the outbreak, the share price of the big drug companies is rocketing. With any luck, we could have a disease-led economic recovery. Woo! Yeah! That makes the kids happy. Pirates! Pirates! Those pesky Somalis with their rubber duckies and their machine guns and their poverty. 6 of them actually tried to hijack a cruise ship the other day. 6. But they were beaten back by passengers throwing deck chairs. I think I know how we can save on the defence budget. Assault weapons out, garden furniture in. Happily, the passengers escaped with their lives, and the pirates scored a lovely new outdoor setting. Sure, we can be sad Somali teenagers are turning to piracy, or we can think of it as someone's World Vision sponsor child finally living their dream. Osama, according to the president of Pakistan, Bin Laden, could be dead. Apparently, he was playing with some pigs. There are reports he died of natural causes. Wow, we really showed him. But it's nothing to celebrate. Osama is like Obi-Wan. In death, he just becomes stronger. Plus, if he's dead, Al-Qaeda could fall into the hands of extremists. US officials say they have no trace of Bin Laden and believe he's in Pakistan. I have no trace of Bigfoot and believe he's in Paris. It's easy, isn't it? It's easy. So, Bin Laden's either dead, or it's just really easy to escape the entire world's combined intelligence networks when you're a 52-year-old diabetic hooked up to a dialysis machine in one of the poorest countries on the planet. Guess which one the CIA is hoping for? And that's the good news.
It's good news week. Someone dropped a bomb somewhere, contaminating the atmosphere and blackening the sky. It's good news week. Someone found a way to give the running dead a will to live, go on and never die. It's good news week.
What's up?
It's good news week.
Look at his lovely camel.
It's good news week.
Hello. Thank you, good evening. Tonight, back in our home trough, the pork swordsman, Mikey Robbins. The deep, throaty voice of Australian netball, Liz Ellis. And one of the international stars of the Sydney Comedy Festival, our old mate from the motherland, John Moloney. And they're rolling in the mud with the naughty kitten, Claire Hooper. Another jet-setting star of the Comedy Festival and officially crowned as Montreal's best stand-up, Sugar Sammy. And the smiling assassin, Corinne Grant.
say,
Oh,
I think pork swordsman, or the pork sword, is the funniest thing ever. I just think it's great. I only heard it last year.
What, pork sword?
Yeah, the idea of the pork sword is fantastic. And the pork sword...
Okay, I really want that as my ringtone.
John, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Love
very
to
much.
have you back.
It's lovely to be here. I'm just a little bit, you know, because last week I genuinely got mistaken for a lesbian. Yeah, thanks. Because I noticed that the more perceptive of the audience were thinking, oh my God, Katie Lang's let herself go. But the funniest thing I heard to do with the pork swordsman thing
Oh, do tell.
was it's one of those acronym things, BOBFOC, B-O-B-F-O-C, where you see somebody sort of beautiful, you know, a beautiful woman, and then they turn round and they're not quite as beautiful. It's known as body off Baywatch, face off Crime Watch.
And Sugar Sammy, your first time on the show?
Yeah, first time on the show.
First time in Australia?
Not first time in Australia. I've been here a couple times, but I've been here for a week, been visiting all your cool little places.
Oh,
here,
where are
yeah.
they?
Yeah.
We have cool places, that's a shock.
I know, I just came back from Penrith. That was awesome, thank you.
Penrith.
I was like, you need to warn your foreigners about places like that, Penrith. Not a lot of coloured people in Penrith. I went to the Mata, though, the Parramatta. That's my joint, man.
Actually, it's not Parramatta, it's Paris Matter, for those of us from the western suburbs. Yeah. Oh, notice, though, that you said Penrith correctly with an F and not a TH. A lot of people make that mistake.
That's because I can read.
Yeah.
Look, I know this is slightly off the topic of suburbs. You have got beautiful hair. I mean, man, that is one... Wow.
Thanks,
God.
buddy.
You're like the best-looking Thunderbird puppet ever.
Oh, it's getting nasty. Getting nasty.
I'm just jealous.
Back in your cage. Your name, Sugar Sammy, it's unusual.
Yeah,
How did
well,
you
my
get
real
that?
name is... I'm of Indian origin. My real name is Samir Kular. Then, you know, Sugar Sammy was my stage name. And I know my parents ask me the same thing all the time. They're like, you know, we didn't mind when you called yourself Sam, but then you put an ingredient in front of it. And it's not an Indian ingredient. You could have picked turmeric, paprika. We would have been okay with saffron. But sugar, and you know Indian people are prone to diabetes. So it's like you're killing us every day.
Well, I want to keep talking, but it looks like we've got to start. We call this first thing, What's the Story? Mikey, Liz, John.
Yes.
Can you dive in?
Okay, Chuckles.
Oh, okay, that's Eamon Sullivan.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine figure of a man.
Nice bit of male bonding.
There's people swimming very far.
They're being chased by a black line.
Oh, that's okay. That's a man in a red suit.
That's,
Well, that's Alain Bernard, who's a French swimmer,
Yeah.
who broke recently Eamon Sullivan's 100-metre freestyle record, which, I mean, you've gone close to in your time, but
Yeah.
Alain actually broke it.
Except when I jump in the water, I tend to get harpooned.
no, that's...
Oh, there's a lesbian whale over there.
Oh, dear. I got it. Yeah. That's the word Moby Dickless.
I was working towards Moby Clipped, but I apologise for that. That won't be in the show, wonder.
Of course, these French swimmers have been breaking all sorts of world records, mostly because they've got German swimmers behind them, which tends to make them go faster.
Well, the other problem with it
is the bodysuit, yeah.
Yeah, the bodysuit and...
And the flippers.
and the small propeller he has coming out of his ass. But I mean, other than that, it's fine. And apparently the Australian swimmers and the Australian press are saying, well, obviously they must be cheating. or wearing bodysuits that have something wrong with them. I think it perhaps is because the bodysuit was red, and red actually just does go faster. So,
But also, too, these French should know it's un-Australian to break our records.
yes.
I don't know something. I think Swimming Australia's being a little bit whingy, wee-wee over this. That I've said it, now I'm going to get beaten up by Thorpe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my dream.
They have it, ladies and gentlemen, 10 points to take him into the game. The great sport of swimming is in crisis, with world records tumbling to Frenchmen wearing illegal flotation-enhancing swimsuits. One French bloke not only broke the world record, but also the sound barrier and the speed of light. Unfortunately, this meant he arrived at the finish before the race actually started, and he was immediately disqualified. Personally, I reckon all swimsuits should be banned from competition. Yeah, birthday suits. Why not? The birthday suit. Not only is the birthday suit streamlined and skin tight, but the blokes come with a natural keel. Forget suits that help you float. We need to make our swimmers out of the same stuff as Jesus.
So they had floating suits.
Well,
So it's
I don't
kind
know,
of
they
like
keep
the French wearing floaties in the swimming pool.
Well, they're tight floaties.
I've left floaties in the swimming pool.
Claire, Sammy, Corinne,
Yes.
come out fighting.
All right. Oh, hello.
Your turnstile, boxing, not so well.
New South Wales, right? Sydney Children's Hospital, and
yes.
oh, that's right. Don't
Get him!
Just for Sammy, Arthur Tunstall is, what would you call him now, a sports commentator who said...
No, he's more like an administrator.
Yeah,
That's
right.
different.
You look like the emperor to me.
He said some controversial things about Kathy Freeman a few years ago at the Olympics. So we've got that, and we've got kids hitting each other.
Yeah, and then the woman from the Children's Hospital.
Who's, I'm assuming saying kids shouldn't hit each other.
You know what?
I'm guessing. I don't lip read very well, but I'm guessing that was what she was saying.
And I'm not sure what Arthur's saying. It could be kids should hit it, or I should hit kids.
I
or...
reckon if Arthur... I reckon Arthur would probably just be going, oh, bananas, oh, wobbly things.
Wow, actually, I've never heard him make that much sense.
They look like they didn't look white, so it looked like. Yo, why is that racist? Chill out, man. My wife was like, "Oh my God, did he say white?"
He's fully Arthur Tunstall.
No, but they look. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe it was.
What's that? Where were you
Yes,
going?
yes.
So
with
I
that?
thought it was. It felt like it was.
An interracial cage match.
Yeah. For an arranged marriage with that doctor lady.
And that's our answer. Yeah.
I'm going to throw it over to Mikey.
There's actually a community group in the western suburbs of Sydney, predominantly Muslim, who have been having... it's one specific small incident, but they did sort of put some boxing gloves on some kids and had like a little junior mini fight club. And the little kiddies wailed on each other, then wailed and had a nap.
I was actually outraged at this because it was little boys fighting against each other, and for so many reasons, but the main reason I was outraged is because I didn't see any girls able to get in there and do it with pink gloves.
'cause
I thought it was just
they
outrageous.
fight dirty.
Little girls, 3-year-old girls, should be allowed to fight.
Oh, no, they fight dirty, little
Yeah.
girls. Oh, they fight... You know, put them in a room with one fairy costume. It's on.
Exactly. Like if there's sprinkles in that room, only one of them's coming out alive.
You know, I think it's unfair that you say just girls would fight over a fairy costume. And for all those young 3-year-old boys that would have fought to the death over a fairy costume.
So it's caused a whole bunch of controversy this week about, well, the first rule of Baby Fight Club is don't talk about Baby Fight Club.
They have it, 5 to them, 5 to them. We're going to move on. There's been shock, horror, outrage and tears over an amateur boxing bout in Sydney involving boys as young as 4. At least, both boys were wearing mouth guards. OK, technically they were dummies, but they did the same job. This is deplorable. If little kids combine combat training with their natural ability to break into houses through cat flaps, they'll be unstoppable. So after one punch-drunk round of Good News Week, the Robbins team are on 15 points, the Hooper team 5 points. Coming up, Warren.
It's Good News Week. It's Good News Week.
During the break, as we put Babe on the bonfire, both teams were given 3 clues to a recent strange but true story. Robbins, Ellis and Moloney have... energy.
I see nothing.
Oh, we can buy them at a joke shop, you idiots.
We also have a hole.
Oh, it's Penrith. Oh.
And this...
Spam, 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 spam. Wonderful spam, beautiful spam.
Mr. Moloney! And Hooper, Sammy and Grant got... a mouse.
Now, I am genuinely getting a semi.
We also have flowers.
Sticks, that's kind of the bunch of flowers I normally get. Oh, I'm single.
Wow, the show just became RSVP.
And this.
Give me head with hair, long beautiful hair, shining, gleaming, streaming, flaxen, waxing. Give me down in the hair, shoulder length longer. Here, baby, there, mama, everywhere. Daddy, daddy,
Oh, it's all thrilling. More of that stuff a little later. Right now, the game called Warren. Thank you.
Oh, knock yourself out.
You people have been running around a park or something today. 3 headlines about the same subject, but its identity has been delightfully concealed by the name Warren.
Oh,
Give it
please.
up. Just working hard now. Liz, we have for you. Scruffy Warren can still raise a smile. Warren's Russian dolls. Warren goes public with singing serial celebrity data. Who is that Warren of which we speak?
Well, based on that last one, I thought it might have been Danny Minogue. But she's not very rarely scruffy.
No, really.
And she's not really a Russian doll because you can't cut her in half and other little Danny Minogues don't come out.
Well, actually, you can peel back some layers.
Hey.
Hey! How dare I make fun of the lesser Minogue?
But I think it might be Mel Gibson.
Yeah, that'll make sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Mel
because-
Gibson?
Yeah, well, he's looking a bit scruffy lately. Despite the fact that he looks looking scruffy, he's allegedly shagging 15,000 Oksanas who are Russian. Maybe 4 or 5, but hey, good on him if you can get it.
I love your attitude,
And
Warren. Often you hear such an enlightened attitude from a lady.
Yeah, what are you doing after the show?
I'm going to look for some Oksanas. Do you want to go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Can I watch?
I'm done.
And he's gone public with a singing serial celebrity data. Imagine trying to say that fast.
Yeah, but I was looking at him with his latest Oksana, and my wife pointed out she looks creepily like Octomum.
Oh,
Yeah, she does. Yeah, I mean, let's hope she doesn't pop out 8 little Mels.
Let's have a look and see if Liz is right. Yes, it is Mel Gibson who's personally creating his own Catholic church by fathering the entire congregation himself. There are reports the new girlfriend of the binge-drinking, anti-Semitic, extreme Catholic root rat is already pregnant. He would have used a condom. That would be wrong. I'm reminded here of the parable of the wealthy prodigal ditwad and his wandering penis.
I'm figuring that he's dating Russians because that's the only nationality who wouldn't notice that he's completely pissed all the time.
Yeah, I like that.
Actually, I've got a... Do you know why Jesus Christ was crucified and not stoned to death? It's so Christians go instead of...
Corinne,
Yes.
do you have Warren Bugs?
Well, that could be Mel Gibson as well.
Time is up for Warren.
Could be Mel Gibson as well.
Warren users rapidly fall off the perch.
I did initially think this must have been Microsoft, just because Microsoft, you know, IBM's always stuffing up. But now I'm going, oh, perch, I'm going Twitter. Because there was a story.
Oh, I like that.
Surprisingly.
Like someone over there going, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because
We don't often get a supportive hum from the audience. That was good, wasn't it?
yeah, I'm going to go Twitter, because Twitter recently, and who would have thunk it, like something like 40% of its users have just gone, oh, that's right, I've got a life. And they've stopped going, oh, I'm on the toilet. I just breathed to bed. Why doesn't anybody love me?
So did we get the points? I need to send it in.
Let's find out if Corinne is correct. It is Twitter. The Prime Minister has decided to get down with the young people and enter the world of Twitter. But critics say his online persona could be even less interesting than the real one. Come on, Kev. A little less act decisively to support jobs and a bit more, who do you have to screw around here to get a bit of bloody chicken? But new media experts say while Rudd's tweets lack personality, it's probably for the best, given his personality. The good news is it's all a big mistake. Kevin Rudd was meant to be on Twitter. Or Twitter? Twitter? Twatter? Twatter?
Twat face.
Twat face?
Twat booking.
I'll tell you who does a very good Twitter.
Oh.
Christopher Walken.
Really?
Yeah, Christopher Walken just does like one-liners. I mean, but Christopher Walken, I think, spends his life talking to no one. But he's also on YouTube cooking a chicken for no reason. It's called Man Cooks a Chicken. I want to marry him.
Over there now, 20 points over there. 30 points up next. 7 things for the bin.
It's Good News Week. It's Good News Week.
This is the group activity known as 7 Things for the Bin. We want our guests to suggest something from the news they'd like thrown out, never spoken of again. It could be a person, a company, a chef, anything that's pissing them off. Mr. Robin.
Yes.
Would you like to get this started?
Fashion Week. Good on them. But what really bugs me is the news. Every night they run stories on Fashion Week. No, it's not. It's the only way they can get nipples on before 9:30 at night. I was flicking. Thank you. I was flicking between all commercial channels during Fashion Week. I counted 24 nips and 37 side boobs.
There's nothing sexy about those boobs, because they walk angry and it makes the boobs look angry as well.
Fashion Week reporting in the bin.
Mikey Robin.
You know what? I'll add to that as well. Speaking of Fashion Week reporting, I'm really sick of everyone going, oh, the poor models, they're making the shoes too high, they keep falling over. Poor models bullshit. It's the best thing about watching a catwalk show. Watching some tiny little girl teeter around like this and then flip off the end of a catwalk. That's the only reason we watch. Enough complaints.
Can I say that I hate celebrity pregnancies? I hate the fact that I'm reading that Sarah Jessica Parker and Ferris Bueller are having twins. And it's by surrogate. I get sick of this. This is something I hate. I get sick of. I've been married for about 10 years and I always get asked, so when are you having children? Ooh, don't leave it too late. Thank you. So I think I might find who Sarah Jessica Parker and Ferris Bueller are using and use her next. So there you go. Celebrity children.
That's a netball bidding.
Off the back of celebrity children, Octomum. Oh my God, so sick to death of Octomum. Oh my God, does anyone care about Octomum? You know what? I want to see Octomum in a bikini. She could parasail with the leftover skin.
You know what I was sick about Octomum? She was like, she came home with half of her brood and...
litter, call them a litter.
She came home with half of them, and then as she drove in the driveway, got all upset because there were paparazzi hanging around the front. Duh. Like, you've sold your story.
But you know how they were able to film the paparazzi at the front? Because she had Entertainment Tonight in the car.
Yes, that's right.
And then she got out of the car and slammed the door on her vagina.
Thank God someone closed that door. John, is there anything you'd like to throw in the bin?
Well, the thing with where I'm from in the UK is that they're absolutely obsessed, especially over the last couple of months, of reinventing the marriage between Prince Charles and that bloke. You know, the fella face like a scrotum. They say because the thing is that what kind of confuses me about it is that he was married to Diana, who was ostensibly one of the most beautiful people in the world, and his mistress was Camilla. Now, generally, your mistress is meant to be better looking than your wife. Because you're meant to wake up one morning, look at your wife and think, oh my God, bush pig in knickers. And so you...
Don't lick
now
her, you might get
now
the
that he's married Camilla, how ugly must his present mistress be? This is my concern. Because you can see it because, you know, he'll be at some dinner party and say, yes, this is my mistress, yes, she is a Wookiee. It's, you know, it's kind of like, you know, more wine, darling. You know, so,
Well,
royalty
In the bin. Sammy.
Well, I'm sick of people still talking about Slumdog Millionaire. Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
All right, we know. We cleaned up the Oscars, all right? My people have done it. It's great, but stop it. And white folks are the first ones. Every time you guys watch it, you gotta, like, find the first Indian guy you can get your hands on, tell him you watched it. I mean, do that with every Indian thing. You go to the Indian restaurants, like, hey, man, I just had naan and chicken curry and beef vindaloo. Stop it. We don't do that to you. You don't see Indian guys calling you up going, hey, Brad, I just watched Home and Away. So I'm sick of Slumdog Millionaire, guys. We're done with it. We've won. We know we're better than you. Thank you very much.
Our family doctor is Indian, and when you talk, I get...
just did what I was saying.
No,
on the way
I know,
first.
but it's worse. I feel like I get a real sense of reassurance from you, like I'm sitting in Dr. Prabhu's office and I'm happy again.
I hope he's not your gynecologist. How does this feel? Is this okay?
Oh, dear.
She was keen.
Dear.
Do you seriously think that the gynecologist does that?
I don't know, it's a good technique.
No, he has cold and pointy things to do that for you.
He's a robot.
The pet egg.
Oh, the pet egg.
The pet egg.
Oh, the pet egg.
Sick and tired of ads for the pet egg. You know the pet egg?
Yeah.
Late at night they have those ads where women with an egg shave their heel and then show you the parmesan cheese of their body and put it on a table or something. The shavings from an egg, a symbol of purity and life, with their filthy, dead heel cells in it. I hate the pet egg. They get you hot and a bit horny with the naked ladies dancing around, and then out comes the bloody pet egg. I'm over it. Oh, it's in the bin. Filthy.
While we're talking about those late night ads, You know the one for the hydroponic growing lettuce on your...
Yeah.
Do you reckon anyone's growing lettuce on that? Now I know why it took you 5 years to develop it.
Anything else for the bin? You notice you still have a document in your hand.
I was watching Bondi Vet,
We all do.
and there was an animal, a kitten on it, who'd taken an overdose of paracetamol. You know the recession is bad when it's affecting kittens. But what kind of worries me about the obsession with animals is the same here as where I'm from, actually, where 3 times the money goes to animal charities than children's charities. I mean, I'll give you an example. If you go to your local dog pound to get yourself a used dog, well, it's essentially a second-hand dog. The RSPCA have got the right to come to your house to check if it's big enough for the dog. And if your house isn't big enough for the dog, they take the dog away. But they leave you there. Bloody dog charity. Dog charity, get the bin.
This is the polar opposite from the theme of the show, but that Bondi Vet, Lord, I don't have an animal, but I'm going to get one and just run over it a little bit. That's what I was doing. Look what I did to my kitten.
That's it. We all happy with the bin? Anyone else want to throw anything else before we go? Anything?
Yeah,
Nope?
I've had enough of bursitis. What is it? How can I resolve it?
That was beyond perfect. Points for everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up, So You Think You Can Mime. This is the surprisingly noisy mime section. John Moloney, you're up first. Let's get to it. Bum 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 ba bum 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 bum.
I'm so bad at this sort of stuff.
John Moloney, your time starts now.
Before my time starts, I've got a lovely joke to tell you. This bank robber runs into a bank, shoots into the ceiling, everybody hits the floor. In all the kerfuffle, he realised that his balaclava has slipped. So he says to the first guy, "Did you see my face? Did you see my face?" He went, "Yes, I did." Shoots him dead. He says to the next guy, "Did you see my face? Did you see my face?" He went, "No, I didn't." The wife did. Okay, now to the mime. Beep.
Noise came out.
It's an ATM,
Computer?
typewriter, Writing?
I'm a computer. Computer nerd?
computer, someone complaining. Oh, someone doing it. Personal trainer, blowing something up.
Well, blowing something up.
Bomb,
Bomb?
star. Oh.
A samurai. Okay, so there's a personal training thing on the net.
Yes, and
For-
terrorists, bombs.
Yes,
terrorists?
come on.
For terrorists.
1, 2, 3. 72 of them.
He's cheating.
Okay, so there's a fitness thing for terrorists.
Yes.
They get the program on the internet.
You've got it.
The scores are looking impressive now. 95 for you. 31 for me.
What?
I don't know how it happened. If you're an extremist who's too fat to wage holy war, then you need to read Jihad Recollections, an online magazine full of workout tips for terrorists. Because it takes a real man to satisfy 72 virgins. And it promises dynamite abs. Go from Osama bin Laden to Osama Slim Harden. In just a few weeks. They're also warned about showing off in the gym, because nothing helps you avoid showing off more than walking onto a crowded bus with a chest full of dynamite and screaming, "Allah Akbar, pull my finger." So you think you can mime? Sugar Sammy?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
64 points worth of knowledge.
All right, this is worth 100 points.
I don't think you get to decide.
You good? Yeah. Okay. Use any of the space. Okay.
Okay, you're a tightrope walker.
Or
holding
Jesus.
a pole or a couple of oranges. Oh, a tight wire. Up in the air. Yes, they are up in the air. Oh, someone falls off a high wire and they're wearing Nikes. Oh, their feet.
Strained his ankle?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So
now he's on the ground and he's
a clown.
having a... Oh, okay.
Yep.
I thought maybe he was inhaling an
Oh,
asthma
right,
pump.
sorry, yeah. The clown,
With clown shoes.
also has Nikes.
He's got big clown
Big
shoes
Nikes.
on his feet.
Yep.
A policeman? Yes.
Yeah. Ambulance? Policeman.
Somebody of authority.
Yes, yes.
An authoritative person with a whistle turned up.
Yep.
I feel like I'm on Play School. I'm trying to help a slightly special kid. I'm a very toffee kind of bloke wearing a hat.
Top hat, ringmaster.
The Queen! Or a Duke. Or an Earl.
Royalty.
The Queen in drag. She's got a top hat on and stuff.
Sugar Sammy, could you be trying to mime the UK? Right, okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I think I've got it.
Put it all together.
The UK health authorities, or some authorities of some description, have banned clowns from wearing their big poofy shoes when they're doing the tight roping. Yes!
Sadly, I can't allow it because I didn't say your time starts now.
That was worth 100 points.
It was worth 100 points, sadly disqualified. Health and safety regulations in Britain are out of control after a clown was told he had to stop wearing his size 18 comedy shoes because they were a safety risk. The ban was imposed because the clown fell off a tightrope and broke his foot. Fortunately, a tiny ambulance full of emergency clowns arrived immediately and proceeded to drive through a ring of fire, squirt water and throw knives at him. So now all clowns must wear smart casual clothes and sensible footwear and start acting like grown-ups. Stilts must be no higher than regular shoes and all unicycles must have two wheels. The lion tamers will have to do with waving beanbags at kittens. The Wheel of Death has been forced to comply with so many regulations, it's now called the Wheel of a Long, Happy, Uneventful Life. You should see what they've done to the Trapeze Act. The flying Spangolinis now run around on the ground carrying sticks over their heads, going whoosh. Them now, 95 points. Them, 31 points. Strange but True is next. Time for the strange but true climax. Michael is John. You had the energy.
What? I can't talk. Oh, light bulb in my mouth.
I would like you as a standard fitting in my home. We also have a hole.
A hole. A hole.
A hole. And finally, this haunting refrain.
Spam, 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 wonderful spam, 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 beautiful spam, beautiful spam.
What's it about?
There's a hole in the ozone layer. I doubt it's shaped like this. That would be a little odd. Oh, fuck, there's a hole. And spam is, of course, mystery meat. It's beef, isn't it?
I think what it is that it's there's so much spam in terms of computer energy networking now.
Not spiced ham.
No, or pork.
Yeah, because Mikey's a pork swordsman.
He certainly is.
I'm glad how at the end of the show we've brought it back to that. Absolutely.
We know the answer.
It's energy. It's the amount of energy that spam is creating by. So it's 0.08 of a gram every time somebody sends or receives a spam email.
Oh.
And of course, it's beginning to hit the ozone layer more than cows farting.
I was thinking that, but I was thinking too, there's been a recent report that shows one of the biggest contributors to greenhouse gases and carbon emission is processed meats. That basically, if we could just get our meat, from the hoof, like had a cow in the backyard.
How much meat is on the hoof, though?
I don't know.
Scrape it off with a pedeg. Scrape it off with a pedeg.
Above the hoof, you mean? Not just the hoof.
No, I think you're right. I think John's right. I think it's more about sending internet spam.
Captain, do you want to decide?
Oh, sorry.
This is with John?
I'm taking over the captaincy, but I think you're wrong.
Well, in that case, I've been outvoted 2-1. We're going with John's.
Okay.
Well, I'd be staying with mine.
Do you want to add anything to that?
Well, we'll go the other one just in case.
These two have it, ladies and gentlemen. According to new research, spam emails are not just endlessly annoying, they're damaging the planet. So one day, when our children look up and ask us why all the animals have died, we'll be able to say, so Daddy could stay rock hard for Mummy. Each year, the transmission of spam uses enough energy to power 2.4 million homes. If that energy could be tapped, we could have spam-powered fridges, spam-powered TVs, spam-powered can openers. You could use spam to open a can of spam. The emissions are equivalent to the output of 3.1 million cars. Even more reason to slowly roast spammers on a spit while jabbing them in the eyes with our enormous penises. Claire, Sammy, Corinne, you had the mouse. Yeah.
How do you make that noise?
I just press the nose.
Do it again.
It goes off.
We also had the flowers. Yeah.
Or stems.
Stems.
You're pulling the disappointed auntie face there.
And finally this.
Give me head with hair, long beautiful hair, shining, gleaming, streaming, flaxen, waxing. Give me down the hair, shoulder length longer. Here, baby, there, mama, everywhere, daddy, daddy, hair. Flow it, grow it, as long as God can grow it. My hair.
Sugar Sammy.
I'm going stem cells as opposed to anything else. Ooh, look at me thinking laterally. That's it for the night. Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, I pretty much have a theory on it. I think scientists are probably using stem cell research to grow hair on mice.
Yeah, like really long, hippie mouse hair.
To help.
But that
Should have
would be,
stayed asleep,
the hair would
shouldn't
be mousy coloured. You can't have that.
They needed to grow really long hair because the mouse is getting really self-conscious about the big ear on its back. I wanted something to cover it with. Is that right?
Yeah, that's my first joke as well.
Oh,
Nice, everyone. Really, yeah, that's all. Look at them. Can't even slow them down. In Japan, scientists using embryonic stem cells have succeeded in regenerating hair on mice. This is great news for that mouse with an ear growing on its back.
we're not getting the point.
Now I can do a comb over so it doesn't look so freaky. Minus 10 points for steal. Eventually, the research will be applied to humans. If the hairy mice can be trained to keep still, bald men will be able to wear them instead of wigs. After all, nothing looks more handsome than a man with long, flowing mice blowing in the cool autumn breeze. You only need to feed your wig once a day and regularly comb out the poo. Oh, I like the imagery. And for those who prefer a simpler approach to curing baldness, Britain's Got Talent contestant Suzanne Boyle has offered to donate a portion of her eyebrows. Sorry, Miss Boyle.
It'll bring the rat's tail back, eh?
I reckon I'm just imagining a big hairy Mickey. Mickey Mouse, just come.
I don't know where I went with Big Hairy Mickey, but I went somewhere else. Stay tuned, Nude Nuts. Fast Money is next.
It's Good News Week.
Time once again to piss off Peter Costello with Kevin Rudd's Fast Money. In Winnipeg, when police raided an apartment, they arrested one man and found another hiding in the fridge. What did the second man say when they asked him what he was doing?
He said, "Is this a Westing house? Because I'm just Westing."
Very close. Can I throw it over here?
He actually said, and I reckon good on him, and he said, chillin'.
2 points. Well on the way to that 80-point difference. In England, a man got a bit carried away as he tried to kill a spider crawling up the front of his house. What happened?
He shot it.
Well, close. He actually... he tried to use a cigarette lighter to burn it, and he set fire to his house and it burnt down.
Thank you.
Did he do the hairspray one?
I've done that.
Yeah. You just spray them with hairspray first, then they go and they can't move, and then you can whack them with a shoe without having to chase them around the house.
No, I was more like hairspray and a lighter.
You just get better and better and better. OK, for 80 points.
Ooh.
Nice.
In British Columbia, a policeman called to investigate strange noises in a parking lot found a couple having sex. Where were they?
In the parking lot.
Might need a little bit more information.
Always said you have lovely eyes.
That's 40 points.
Definitely
closing the gap there. Anybody?
In the boot of their car?
in the
Were
trunk
they in
of
the
car.
boot?
No.
In the glove box. They were
80 points.
tiny people.
Sitting on the...
Yes.
In a dumpster!
Thank you very much. In a dumpster.
That girl's on our team.
Where do you want to throw your points? Okay.
Yay, thank you.
Hey, thank you!
In China, this is for anyone, except you. A farmer couldn't work out why his chickens weren't laying so many eggs. What did he discover?
They were
They're
dogs.
boys.
The chicken had 2 bum holes.
Yep.
I was just being childish.
Now, one of his hens has 2 bottoms, or collectors.
Nice.
Does it have 4 legs?
No, I think they'd mention if it had 4 legs. It just, probably if it had 4 legs, it wouldn't have been caught in the first place.
It'd be like having a semi-automatic chicken.
Do some eggs manage to get out at all? It's just nothing.
No, it keeps laying twice as many eggs because it's got 2 clackers. Bang. Oh, there's another one. Where'd they come from? The 2 eggs. How's that happening? Oh, my God.
Eggs don't come out your bumhole.
You're not a chicken. Yeah, they do. How have you missed this?
Yes, they do, man.
Chickens have a cloaca. They just have a
That's just the one.
hole.
Everything
How
goes.
do you know this?
Everybody
Everyone
knows
knows
chickens
that.
only have one hole.
Have you ever noticed the shit on the egg? Where they don't go? Oi! Oi! Give that nice clean one back. There, give that one to the farmer. That'll teach him.
Haven't you ever heard them being called bum fruit?
No, she actually thought Cloaca was a police album of the 80s. Regarda Cloaca.
I don't know, I always thought cloaca was just a silly word for a bum hole.
Did you think that...
No, it's a combined bum hole, wee hole, egg hole, anything.
I'm never, ever eating eggs again.
What did you call it?
Kalaka.
Oh, I thought you said clacko, the first one.
Kalaka.
It's a kind of like sort of vaginus.
We've got to get the Bondi vet on. So, in the Sty tonight, Mikey Robbins, Liz Ellis and John Moloney scored a sniffly 105 points. Wiping out Claire Hooper, Sugar Sammy and Corinne Grant on 104 points. That was amazing. The website is 10.com.au/GNW for the podcast, the bonus features, and of course, our new wonderful series, Waxing Hairy Mice for Fun and Profit. So we say, put your testicles away, Mel Gibson, and leave you with the good news for the week ahead. On Wednesday, Malcolm Turnbull will be at the National Press Club in Canberra, and I'll be somewhere else. The winner of Tidy Towns Australia will be announced. It's Christmas Island again. Saturday is Buddha Day. So to all the Buddhists out there, Happy Buddha Day to you. Happy Buddha Day to you. Happy Buddha Day, dear Buddhists. Happy Buddha Day. In Sydney, the tribute dinner for Brendan Nelson will go badly wrong when it turns out he's not dead at all.